going on, Faded Culture? I'm Adrian and Barron. We're back with another tutorial, and today I'm gonna show y'all how I did this taper fade. I hope y'all enjoyed, and let's jump right into it. All right, he does have extremely curly hair. Gonna go ahead and pick it out a little bit. Always combing according to the whirl that sits on the crown, using the wide side of the comb too. If you jump right in with hair this long and you use the fine side of the comb, you're bound to really tug on them, any tangles or anything that it might have. All right, because it is extremely long, I'm gonna come in and straight debulk before I even start trimming the top, which I usually start with trimming the top first, but because I just got so much to work with, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of some of that length. So I got my number 3 guard here. I'm gonna go ahead and open up that lever completely. So notice how I'm using my comb to help push that hair, and basically feed that hair into the clipper. We do have a in-depth tutorial on how we go about debulking and clipper over comb on our online mentorship, which you can find in the description down below. And right now we're offering a 7-day free trial. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. So go ahead and hit that description below and check it out for yourself. Notice how I'm dropping it even back here as we approach the occipital bone. So from here, I'm gonna switch into a white comb. Reason being is because of the contrast. Now I could come in, clipper over comb, and easily see the hair that sticks out and that I need to get rid of. When clipper over combing, one good tip I have is always anchor your comb with your pinky. And this is how we're gonna keep that comb afloat. Make sure that we are cutting right off the parietal. All right, so I pretty much got rid of a lot of the length that I wanted. Now it's easy for me to just focus on this top length and get into that. But before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish blending this soft line right here that I created with the 3 open with my 4 open. Right there. So now grabbing my 1.5 guard, lever still in that fully open position, I'm gonna just continue that debulking process here. So now I have no guard, lever fully closed, always assessing my guidelines based off of the temple peak area. So now I'm gonna put in the guideline in the back, and if I were to follow this side one here, it tells me more or less where this back one should be. So now I'm gonna go ahead and open up that lever completely, and I'm gonna go ahead and come up about a finger's width. Notice how the initial guideline that we created with the lever closed almost already blended out on its own. This is where I think a lot of beginners get confused, especially when it's time to remove that. But I'm gonna just go ahead and continue that process. Now grabbing my one guard, I'm gonna leave that lever in that fully open position and continuing that process and coming up about a finger's width. Next up, I got my 1.5 guard, lever still in that fully open position. The whole point with this 1.5 guard is to try to start blending it to this length. Don't think in terms of creating another guideline, just create space. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my half guard and I'm gonna go ahead and close the lever into that 3/4 position. And if I'm looking at the actual taper itself, where I did start with the lever fully closed was right here at the temple. It's very faint, but it is there. And above that, I have where I did the lever fully open, still no guard though. I'm gonna go ahead and start with that top line and work my way down. Again, I have my half guard at 3/4, utilizing mainly the corners of that clipper. That half guard created a faint line right above it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. Now with my one guard, still leaving it in that 3/4 position. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go through my 3-step process, starting with the lever fully closed. Then halfway. And finally, fully open. So now I'm gonna go ahead and come in with my trimmer in a forward position just to get that much closer to the scalp. You'll notice now that I removed this bottom hair, because I used the trimmer in that forward position, I'm left with this faint line. That tells me exactly how high up to take my electric shaver. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for the steps on the side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and continue those same exact steps on the back side. All right, so now I got my one guard lever fully open. Moving on to the 1.5. Lever still fully open. All right, so just like the side, you should end up with these two guides. I'm gonna start with that top one, work my way down. I have my half guard in that 3/4 position. Now putting the one guard, leaving the lever in that 3/4 position. All right, so now for my 3-step process, I am gonna break this last step down into 2 pieces to 2 sides, just because it is more tedious. Starting with my lever fully closed. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dampen the top and begin my trim. Leave it like that. Just leave it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a profile section right down the middle, about a width's comb. Oh yeah, I said that wrong, right? About a comb's width. What is that called? Dyslexic, or what is it called when people do that? I don't know. Is it?
We're comedians.
We're comedians. All right, so this center profile is what I'm gonna establish my length and my shape with. So notice my shape, slightly triangular. I want to leave that fringe a little bit longer. Now that I've established the length along this center, all right, so now all I have to do is horizontal sections, grabbing that center profile that I just did and matching to that. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the exact same thing on the other side. All right, we gotta interrupt this video real quick and let y'all know that it is sponsored by Faded Culture, specifically the shears today, which you can find at fadedculture.com. Comes with a set, you get the thinning shear and the 6-inch cutting shear. Again, fadedculture.com. Loading up my all-time favorite, our Turkish style razor, just because of how thin and lightweight it is. Still my favorite to this day. All right, so now grabbing our Faded Culture matte clay, just grabbing about a dime size, nothing too crazy. You don't need much of this. Really emulsifying it into my hands and just working it all the way down to the grain. If I wanted a little bit of shine, I would have added some water right before this, but because I do want this completely matte, we're going straight in with just the product. All right guys, so there y'all pretty much have it. I walked y'all down my step-by-step process on how to do a taper fade. Again guys, in the description below, you're gonna find our mentorship where we go above and beyond and we talk about technical skill, marketing, finances, and of course the foundation, personal development. So if that's something that you might find interesting, go ahead and click that link below and I'll see you there.